it? Have you ever offered kindness only to have it thrown back in your face? It's a painful lesson, one that teaches us a hard truth. Kindness given to the wrong heart can turn into a weapon against you. This isn't just a saying, it's a story as old as time, a warning that echoes through the ages. Let's delve into a classic tale that illustrates this perfectly. Picture this, a brutally cold winter morning. The wind howls, and the ground is covered in a thick blanket of frost. A kind-hearted farmer is making his way back home, his breath turning to mist in the frigid air. As he walks along a deserted path, his eyes catch something dark against the white snow. He leans in closer and discovers a snake, stiff and frozen, seemingly lifeless. The farmer, a man whose heart ached for any suffering creature, felt a surge of pity. "You poor thing," he whispered, his voice soft with compassion. Without a second thought for his own safety, he gently scooped up the frozen snake. He unbuttoned his thick coat and carefully placed the snake inside, close to the warmth of his chest, hoping his body heat would bring it back to life. He hurried home, the frozen serpent nestled against him. As he entered his cottage, his wife saw what he was carrying, and her eyes widened in alarm. "What in the world are you doing?" she cried out, her voice sharp with fear. "That's a snake. It's dangerous. Get it out of here." The farmer simply shook his head, a gentle smile on his face. He looked down at the creature he was cradling. "Hush now," he told his wife calmly. "Look at it. The poor creature is dying. It can't harm anyone in this state. Let me just help it. It's the right thing to do." He sat down by the crackling fireplace, continuing to warm the snake, ignoring his wife's frantic warnings. Slowly, ever so slowly, the warmth began to work its magic. The snake, which had been as rigid as a stick, began to stir. It twitched, then uncoiled, its life force returning with every passing moment. The farmer watched, his heart swelling with pride and satisfaction. He had saved a life. He had done a good deed. But his sense of accomplishment was short-lived. The moment the snake regained its full strength, its natural instincts took over. In a flash, it twisted around and sank its sharp fangs deep into the farmer's hand, the very hand that had saved it from a frozen demise. The farmer cried out, a sharp gasp of pain and disbelief. He dropped the snake and stared at the two small puncture marks on his hand as the venom began its deadly work. He stumbled backward, his body already growing weak, his vision starting to blur. He looked at the snake, now coiled and ready to strike again, and with his last breath, he whispered in agony, "Why? How could you? I saved your life." The snake, cold and indifferent, simply hissed its reply, its voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "You knew I was a snake when you picked me up." This story, though tragic, carries a profound lesson. Goodness must walk hand in hand with wisdom. It teaches us that our compassion, our innate desire to help, needs to be guided by discernment. Blindly offering kindness without understanding the nature of who you're re-giving it to can be a fatal mistake. It's not about becoming cold or cynical, but about being wise. It's about protecting your own heart and well-being, recognizing that not everyone is capable of receiving your goodness in the way you intend. True compassion doesn't just help, it helps wisely, ensuring that your act of kindness doesn't end up destroying both you and the very person you are trying to save. What do you think about this story? Have you ever had a similar experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this story thought-provoking, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content that makes you think. Thanks for watching, and remember to be kind, but be wise.